From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original SKYMAN battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide and Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? How are you on this Monday morning? The penultimate Monday of November 2020. It's November 23rd, 2020. Hope you're having a great one so far. Hope you're looking forward to a short work week and maybe some good food and some good companionship, even if it's on Zoom or in a Facebook room, okay? Anyway, thank you for being here. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris. This is Nevermind the Furthermore, the interactive talk show where you are the guest. And we're glad you're here, whether you're watching live and interacting with us or you're watching us on the rerun. We really appreciate your being here. Anyway, thank you. If you're watching on Facebook, whether it's on the Rising Tide Publications page or the Indie Event page, please, if you're liking what you see in here, give the video a little like, if you would, please. And also, please like the page you're watching it on, because that helps in the evil algorithms. And speaking of evil algorithms, if you're watching us on YouTube, actually not quite so evil. We've had some benefit from them recently. Anyway, YouTube, if you're watching us on Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page, and thank you to everyone who's subscribed. We're 3 away from 400. I hope to hit that magic number during the course of this show. That would be nice. Anyway, also, if you're watching us on the Geek Insider page, again, if you like what you see in here, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you would, please, also subscribe to the page you're on, whether it's Rising Tide or Geek Insider, because again, it helps in our searchability. It takes just a couple seconds and costs you absolutely nothing. But if you really love us, or even if you're morbidly curious about what the hell we're doing, anyway, just hit that, ring that bell, and you'll be notified at least a half hour before we go live on the air with anything. Plus, we're going to be doing some extra content soon, so check us out. Please subscribe. Like I said, we're 3 away from 400, and thank you to everyone who in the last 2 weeks has really climbed aboard the train, the crazy train here. Thank you so much. And as always, this program is brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics. You saw their spot at the start of the show. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. So please check them out at plasmafiregraphics.com. And don't forget, programming note. We will not be on live this coming Wednesday. I have a very important appointment that I must keep like about halfway into the show. I'm going to have to leave when this show starts. But to make up for it, we are going to have our annual Thanksgiving show. Now, I tell people that's the one show I hope no one shows up for, because that means that y'all are having a great Thanksgiving. You all are with people that care about you and you care for, and that, it's a day of, just resting and giving thanks for what you do have. Not just focusing, as it's so easy to do now, on the things that are happening to us, the things beyond our control. It's a time for reflection and thinking about, things could be a lot worse, but we've got some cool people that we can share this with. So anyway, just a thought. So we won't be on Wednesday, but we will be on Thursday, and we will be on Friday. Okay, special episode on Thursday. So please mark your calendars. Also, don't forget tomorrow night, we're going to have the one, the only Randy Zimmerman on Clever Title Pending. He is a fantastic comic creator, has been since the 80s, and a powerhouse in independent comic books, as well as broadcasting. He's the strong right arm of Varian Grant on the Indie Volt Network, and does a fantastic show on Sunday mornings called Sunday Funnies, and we will be running a spot for that later on. But please check out our show tomorrow night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time, Clever Title Pending. Okay, now let's get to the real meat of this thing, and let's and you can use the word meat in any context you want, but it just happens that it's about Sarah. Anyway, mwah, love you, hun. Anyway, love the out of you. And BKM, check out Phil's Unscripted Saturday Night. Chuck Pino snorted 2 lines of hot sauce. What each nostril Sean was suffering too. Oh my God. Dumbass. Anyway, that stuff is terrible to your stomach lining. Even if you have like the Red's hot sauce or the Tapatio, which are kind of on the low end of the Scoville scale compared to, like, say, the Last Dab or Da Bomb from Hot Ones. I will have to see that. You'd think Chuck would have learned his lesson last time. But the last time Chuck has been promoting what looks to be a wonderful comic book by him and Sean Barber, Belial, I believe it's called. And I signed up, and he said, anyone, during the first time he did this, he said, anyone who's makes a pledge, I will take some hot sauce. And apparently Chuck does hot sauce, but not in the volume to which we forced him to, and didn't help. He said, the first person that signs up, I will do it. And so I signed up for the digital, and he goes, well, I promise. So he took like a table, rather than just a few drops. He took like a slug of it, and I'm like, oh my God, I just killed the man. And of course, he was suffering appropriately. And then for some reason, he got in his head that he needed to snort hot sauce, and it's like, that's idiotic. That's stupid. What led to it? He said, "I'll do it if somebody will increase their pledge." So I went ahead and bought the physical copies just to see if he was going to do it. Well, much to my shock and horror, he did. So anyway, we'll be having medical updates on Chuck Pino soon, as his nasal passages have probably been burned out. It's probably just like one hollow spot up there now, and no septum in the middle. It probably looks like an 80s cocaine fiend. Anyway, Sarah says, you are 2 subscribers away from 4. Are we up to 2? Holy cats! Let's refresh that page. Not that I've been looking at it all weekend. No. Wow. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for that. 2 people away. If we can get 2 more subscribers, I would be very happy. In fact, might even give some advance notice on some things coming up. Why, Brian, is that a new coffee cup? Why, yes, it is. And here he is. Gospel magician Jake Lindsay says, hi, Sarah. Because of all your guys' support, I got through the stress. Hey, Magi Jake, dude. Anytime. That's what the Nevermorians are here for. And you know yourself, you've got one great big stress reliever, somebody you can put all of your cares upon, and he's asked you to. All right. He said the door's always open. The line is always free. Just call, text, send him an email, whatever. But anyway, you had this, Jake. But anyway, Jake, we're glad you're doing better. And since you won't believe it, but I was sitting at an ice cream bar. Customers of the shop were fans of my show. They wanted to see 25 minutes worth of magic. Well, good for you, dude. You're making it. You're climbing the ladder, and I love it. Awesome, Jake. By the way, we're all here for you whenever you need it. Hashtag Rising Tide. Indeed, we are, Sarah. And we're here for you too, sweetheart. Don't you ever forget that too, okay? And shot past I'm way behind already. I just started out the show. Of course, it's me blathering for 5 minutes. But anyway, let's zip through your comments. And I'm truly grateful for being part of this family, Tide Rising. Hey, dude, we're proud to have you. Seriously. And the nice thing is we're pretty inclusive. There's always room for one more. Heck, they'll have me. So y'all got an in. And I don't know about you, but Michael Bublé has good Christmas music. Yes, he does. I love his stuff. He's also done a couple songs with Bare Naked Ladies. He did one for the Bare Naked Ladies Christmas album about 10 years ago. A song about unionizing the elves. It's just so darling. It is great. And Carl Witzman from YouTube is here. Glad to see you, brother. Had to take Don for an eye doctor appointment. We'll be back later. Carl, we will see you, sir. You give that lady a hug from us. Tell her we love her, okay? And Sarah says, that's cool. Glad you'll be back on. Me too. Man, always a pleasure to have you. And Carl, thank you. I know you probably moved on already, but thank you for your advice this weekend. I had let's see, I had a kerfluffle with the other computer. This is my broadcast computer. I do have two laptops, and one of them I've been having trouble, and it was really bad when I was in Uncle Carl's green room with Green Room Ted. And good morning to you, Ted. It's a pleasure, sir, to have you. I hope you're having a covfefe-filled morning, sir. Anyway, I was having trouble. And at one point I was trying to relay a story, but my computer just completely locked up. And the next day I was talking with Ted, but by the way, Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube, teddaviesartistry.com, Ted Davies Artistry on the Book of Faces. Please be sure to take in all things Ted, because he's an amazing guy. He really is. Great creative human and wonderful person too. Seriously. But yeah, I was having problems with this stopping, this freezing every now and then start up as if nothing happened again. And I was talking to Carl about it, and Carl was giving me some information. And then right after I sent him the last message, my computer rebooted. And I didn't touch it. I wrote down the error message, and because I learned to do that stuff. But anyway, it happened a couple more times, except the third time it didn't reboot at all. So I'm thinking, well, crap. But good thing I save everything on the cloud. I save all my important stuff on the cloud. I was in the middle of writing too, which wasn't helping. But I took it to a local repair shop. Might have it back as soon as tomorrow. We figured out what it might be. Nothing serious, nothing horribly expensive, thank goodness. And then we will proceed from there. But anyway, we are using the backup computer right now. So everyone, don't poo-poo cloud storage, because that's allowing me. I've just started chapter 17 of Ebony Terror. So for NaNoWriMo, and I finally broke 20,000 words. So it's been a month. This has been a year, dudes and dudettes. And here we go. The show is beginning. Jake and I got on here a couple hours before the show. Wow. So you did. Wow. See, the early bird catches the good seats, right? Anyway, Sarah, always glad to have you here. And Christian Basil, love the thing you sent me this morning. And that's true. I may not want to, but I can. Anyway, arise, Monday Morris. Festive monster, arise. It's time again to be thankful for what we have, grateful for who we have it with, and appreciate this is a world tearing itself apart. We can be the change. Exactly. Christian's got the rising tide right there, dude. And it was good to talk to you the other night, brother. Anyway, yeah, this is a weekend where I think, if especially since we're on the home stretch of 2020, we have seen some crap this year, haven't we? the west coast of America, northwest coast of Northwest America in blazes. Half of Australia in a fire. For about 3 or 4 days, it looked like we were going to go toe to toe in a nuclear war with Iran. Don't even get me started about the elections. And various political factions taking their discontent to the streets. A lot of uncomfortable conversations that were long overdue. And then now here we are. And we're going to close out the end of the year. And there's a number of us who are very thankful for what we have, what we've accomplished. We've actually gotten some things done in 2020. And you'll be seeing some of the glorious results soon, I promise. And I think this has been a year of testing. If I can editorialize for a second, this has been a year of testing where we had our metal tested. I've seen a lot of people it didn't measure up. That there's an old saying that adversity builds character. No, it shows character. And there's a number of people I got to look behind the curtain and was disappointed and decided I wasn't going to be like that. And there's a whole bunch of people who apparently came to the same conclusion, and we're going to rise up, all of us together. And everyone who stumbled in 2020, we're here to help you in 2021. All right, we're going to go on with this. All right. And Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay says they're expecting snow I just said that S word, and I don't mean Saturday. They can have the snow, Jake. Keep mine. Don't need it. And hey, Ted says Sarah, and Christian says Sarah. And I honestly love talking with Sarah. She's a sweet girl. She is a darling. She and I have known each other for years. In fact, we had like at the start of the Peter pandemic, Cookie and I went over on a mission of mercy to keep her interactive with us. So, but she's a darling. I love her to death. I really do. She's a great friend, and she's gotten some stuff done in 2020. Proud of you too. You don't talk about it enough, Sarah. You need to. And somebody else, excuse me, another thing. Somebody else I'm grateful for that I made the acquaintance of is Willow Schuyler. Check out Willow's Pillow Talk because she's awesome. Good morning, my friends. May your coffee bring you much energy, your day filled with much joy, and your lives be filled with much love. Well, there's mine for you, Willow. And I think I saw a note from you to your friend. I will comment more because I know how she's feeling. There is a lady that we checked out. Was it Willow? And thank you for yes, it was Willow's comment. Thank you for the kind words, Willow. I do appreciate that. I hope she's here too. I hope let's see, who's it? Cassia. Anyway, I hope the lady is here and listening because I hope we can give her some help. And I understand the frustration. This is someone who has been doing all the right things and showing no forward progression in her writing career. And it happens. It took me a couple of years to really get off the launching pad, really. But success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And some people don't get it. And there is a combination of hard work and confluence that has to happen in order to make the magic happen. But, the only thing is just never give up. That's the thing. That's the only real lesson I've got. I just do it because I'm stubborn. Anyway, Willow, glad you're here, hon. Well, I love you, hon. And you're sweet too, Jake. And he is. He's a good guy. I've met him in person too. And Christian Basil continues that heals the world. So whip it out and stuff that bird full. Cram that cranberry sauce the way it deserves to be handled, and spank that monkey of loaded mashed potatoes and get stuffed. Anyway, Christian, that was worth waiting for. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we're already planning our Thanksgiving. We're not going to have a turkey this year. We're going to have some non-traditional food, but it's stuff we haven't had in ages. We're actually going to do some baby back ribs this year. And we got all kinds of cool side dishes, like a crustless cranberry pie. Don't know if we're doing stuffing or not this year. Cookie is great with stuffing. Oh my God, people love her stuffing, and I love stuffing. Never mind. But anyway, but yeah, and even if you just wind up getting a Whopper and a coconut fries, as long as you have somebody to share it with, even if it's online, even if it's just what we're doing, which is what we'll be doing Thursday. We will have it at the normal time at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We will have our annual Thanksgiving show. Now, again, please keep in mind, Wednesday we will not be on the air because I have an appointment I have to keep. But it'll be good. Now, I'll probably bring back photographic evidence of it because it was awesome. And Sarah, says Christian Basil, and rawr, Christian, makes whip sounds. Oh, my God. Oh, we won't be hearing from Christian for a while. Anyway, Sarah, I would be honored to lick the cream off your key lime pie. I've got a recipe somewhere for no-bake key lime pie, so you can get to it faster. And Philip Thompson, good morning. Good morning to you, Philip Thompson. Hope you're having a great morning, sir. And lick. Oh, yeah, we're all about the licking, aren't we, Sarah? Anyway, Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay says, I released my full magic show on YouTube. It got 200 views so far. That's awesome, dude. Be sure to promote, and please, Jake, put a link to that show and some comment on the Rising Tide Publications page. Let's get you some more eyeballs on that. And speaking of YouTube, we're going to check here. And thank you to the 3 subscribers who just signed up for the Rising Tide Publications page on YouTube. Thank you very much. So appreciate it. I really do. Our next goal now is 500. 500, this many. Plus a couple zeros behind it. And see. Oh, and YouTube tells me that Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications is now live with Nevermind the Furthermore. Boy, YouTube's got it going on. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's subscribed. 400. I am so excited. We're part of the geekinsider.com who powers this show. We're part of the Geek Insider Network and proud to be. And for the last couple months, I've been like, Meredith, am I pulling my weight around here? Am I doing okay? And she's like, I'll let you know when you stop doing okay. And then we had this burst of new subscribers, and for which we are extremely grateful. And we promise to repay you with quality content or anything I can do. Anyway, thank you for everyone who got us over to 400. Let's see if we can get us up to 500 now. Seriously, we got to catch up with Christian Basil, 40,000. If I get up to 40,000 subscribers, a lot of my problems will be over. Not that I have many problems, but anyway, thank you so much. Thank Jake Lindsay. Good to see that. And thank you, Sarah, for your good wishes. That must be what did it. Sarah is not only the dark mistress of the unholy Church of the Rising Tide, and Carl Witzman is our dark pope, and I am he who shall not be given a title. But anyway, good morning, Brian, and Nevermore, and Furthermorians, and good morning to you, Teresa Dunn, author of Poetry Expressions 2, just released, and she is on track to sell as many so far as she did, in the first month of her release, as she did the first year of the first book. So yay you, girl. And Clyde Hall, good to see you. Good, happy Monday, Nevermorians. Thankful for this Rising Tide online community. Clyde, we are thankful for you too. Clyde is an amazing writer. Check out not Poetry Expressions. He's not in Poetry Expressions. He's in Pulp Reality, and I've got to upload the new spot for that too. I've been remiss. But anyway, it's a brand new book from Charles F. Milhouse and Stormgate Press. Go to stormgatepress.com and check it out, please, because it's awesome. And I'm in it, too. So please check it out. And let's see. And that's spectacular, Jake. That is, man, 200, your first time out of the gate. That is super, dude. Well done. And I love key lime pie. I do, too. And Sarah says, yum, yum. I like licking it, too. Anyway, thanks, Sarah says Gospel Jake. And you're most welcome, Jake, from Sarah. Gospel Magician Jake says, I already had Thanksgiving. 25 people came. Well, cool. That is very cool. Speaking of very cool, there was Charles F. Milhouse just talking about you and this fine, super fine publication. Now, this is saying it's coming out because it really wasn't supposed to come out till December 1st, but due to popular demand, Charles released it early. So check this out, and you're going to see some familiar names. You're going to want to buy a copy. Available now on Amazon in paperback.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
Coming soon, my butt. It's here right now. Go to Amazon.com and check out that book, Pulp Reality #1. And you saw a bunch of Nevermorians in there. Kelly Austin, Bobby Nash, Candace Camilleri, a whole bunch of great people, Clayton Merwin, and some super talents in there. So please check out that book. I'm so proud to be in there. And it's only alphabetically that I could be listed in a publication before Bobby Nash. I'm sorry. I worship the water that man walks on. What a talent. And don't tell Daddy DeWine. I promise, Jake, it will be our secret. And Sarah says, more people are watching than have liked on YouTube. Get on to that. The Dark Mistress has spoken. That's right. You do not want to incur the wrath of the Dark Mistress. She could be taking you down to her dungeon of delights, but holding the delights from you. Anyway, Jeffrey Hayes, good to see you, brother. Make it a great Monday. You too, Jeffrey. And don't forget, Plasma Fire Graphics for your visual needs, whether it's book covers, whether it's trailers for your book or promo video. Check out what this guy does. In fact, we've got, let's do another one here. Take the comment down so it looks better. And here's another one you might be paying attention to from our buddy Jim Beard.
Go thee to thy rest, O Shades. Thou hast served well in life. Now take thy reward.
Good stuff. Anyway, Jeffrey did that video too for Jim Beard, so please check out the work of Plasma Fire Graphics. And he does it at very affordable rates, you'll be glad to say. And speaking of affordable rates, there's Brian Rodman. Good morning, Vietnam. I mean, my fellow Brian and Evermorians. Let our Monday madness be overwhelmed by the groovy gravy dreams of tenacious turkey lurking just beyond the land of humps. Let's get this week started. All right, yeah, let's get this started. All right, guys, going on a good note here. Get off on the good foot, as James Brown used to say. Anyway, Brian, good to see you here. BrianRodman.com. Also, Das Dingoes, the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. Always a delight to listen and watch. The land of beards. From the land of beards, and here I am clean shaven. Although I got some decent sideburns, So anyway, 2 away from 400, not 3. Well, yeah, and now we're over the hump, so to speak. And thank you again to everyone who just during the course of the show just pushed us up over 400 subscribers on YouTube, for which we are super grateful. Thank you so much for your help, each and every one of you. But the fight has just begun. Anyway, we're at 401, so 99 more subscribers. It's like, Brian, you're so damn needy. Anyway, Teresa Dunn takes off the spotlight from me and puts it on her, saying, you want some good news to start out your November? Well, we're almost through with November, Teresa. You better change up your copy, darling. Anyway, Teresa Dunn has a brand new book released, Poetry Expressions 2. The first book was so good, it had to have a sequel. Now with more poetry. It's available from Amazon in paperback, and the ebook will be out soon, so get your copy today. Poetry Expressions 2. Fantastic book. I've read it. Well, I had a hand in editing it. So anyway, check it out, please, from Teresa Dunn. And you can also get First Poetry Expressions as well. And Joe Dog McKeel, howdy to you from YouTube. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hey, good news. If you haven't heard, you probably heard now. We have surpassed 400 subscribers on YouTube. Again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And please, if you're watching right now, give that a like if you would. Please, because it helps our algorithms and also helps us on Facebook if you do the same thing. Just as Howie Odell, Jessica Johnson, Bill Sarton, Roberto Gonzalez, Jeffrey Hayes, Kathy Jackson have done. Mwah to you all. Even you guys, all right? And Phil Locklear, good to see you, Demon Phil. Ted Davies and Clyde Hall have given us some love. Thank you all for your kind attentions to the show. And thank you for your contributions to it. You guys also make this show a fantastic one, all right? Jeffrey Hayes says, when you get tired of being around your brother-in-law, join Brian on Nevermind the Furthermore Thanksgiving edition. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things, Jeffrey. You know, we used to do this show on Mondays and Thursdays. Because we were going to do it on Monday and Friday, but it wound up our travel schedule sometimes precluded the Friday episode, and I hated leaving people just one a week. So we started doing Thursdays instead, and you know, it just happened that you know, some holidays fell on Thursday, like Thanksgiving. And so I went on one year thinking, what the hell, let's do it. And as I said, I hope no one would be watching, because it meant you were with your family and you were sharing your joys with, you know, the people, you know, your relatives, the people you were born into their families and such. But instead, my family showed up here, and I was grateful. And so I've decided that we're going to have a Thursday show. We might even, you know, we've even had some Christmas shows, I think. But anyway, like I said, this 2 days from now, the Wednesday show will not be happening. Our Hump Day show will not be occurring, but we'll not only be humping on Thursday, we'll be doing the dumplings and the dressing and the turkey legs and the gravy. Lots of gravy. We're into gravy. Sarah, are you listening? Anyway, but anyway, no, we'll be doing a special at least 1 hour. Nevermind Furthermore. I don't know what Cookie's cooking schedule will be that day. She's not informed me, so we will see how much she requires my presence in the kitchen, or whether I'm a help or a hindrance. Actually, I'm a decent cook. I am a decent cook. Anyone who's had my food will tell you I'm a pretty good cook. I've been cooking since I was 8 years old. And I can read a cookbook, and I not only sing, but I dance just as good as I walk. Sarah says, I'll be here for Thanksgiving morning. My fam isn't getting together until the following weekend. Well, at least you guys are getting together. Despite the restrictions that Dr. Fauci announced late last week, you know, that, and we can do this smart. I mean, we're probably going to talk to our relatives on, you know, Facebook and Zoom this week, you know, Cookie's mom and dad. Let them know we love them. And, but yeah, as long as we can communicate, that's the thing. You know, yeah, it's a little stressful that we can't all have the big Thanksgiving events, but then some of us like the smaller, more intimate ones. But anyway, Thanksgiving is what we make of it. And as long as we remember what's really important, and that's being thankful. And Thursday I'm announcing it as Positivity Day. We are going to talk about everything that's going right, okay? And I now have TikTok. It's at Gospel Magician Jake. Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay. I have TikTok. I have not done one dang thing with it. But anyway, please check out Jake Lindsay on TikTok. I had to get on there and like mouth off to some songs or something. And 400, yeah. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for your help in that, darling. I appreciate it. Let's try to catch up with some of your comments here. I am really far behind. There we go. Oh, some wonderful people that I have not said hello to. And we've been talking. Chat. Okay, anyway, Sarah says, hey there, Joe Dog. Ooh, yeah. And Christian Basil says, Sarah, I'll be your birdie Thursday. Stuff me. You sure you don't mean peg you? Anyway, Sarah says, I'll stuff you nice and good, Christian. I've already got an image of that. And, you know, and because it's a holiday, she'll probably bring the Astroglide. Anyway, morning, y'all. Demon Phil Locklear, always a pleasure, sir. Check out Unscripted. I understand Unscripted was awesome the other night, as usual. I've got to check it out. I've been actually going to bed at a reasonable hour most nights these days. that should end soon. But anyway, no, check out Phil Lockler's shows. I think you're going on hiatus for the moment now, aren't you? And then he's going to come back strong after the first of the year. Plus, check out the episode of Clever Tile Pending with the great Phil Lockler. He was an amazing guest. And somebody else we got to get on sometime solo is Joe Dog McKeel. Puppy updates, still no puppies. But on the morning potty run, she hid under our outbuilding, took nearly an hour to find her, back inside now and confined to quarters until further notice. That's right. That's highly irresponsible. Don't make us call the Department of Doggy Family Services on that lovely hound. Okay, so keep us posted, Joe Dog. Keep us posted. The watch is now beginning. And Douglas Deck, a pleasure. Good morning to you, sir. Glad to have you here. Put in a link to your books. Put in links, everyone. Put in links. Promote yourself, please. And Douglas, I hope you're looking forward to a great Thursday. Thank you so very much. And someone we're always thankful for is Amy Hale. Mwah. Good morning to you, darling. Hope you're doing well. Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook. Also, author Amy Hale on Facebook and authoramyhale.com on the interwebs. Please check her out. And Brian Rahman says, issue 7 of Memoirs of an Angel is coming along nicely. The new Kickstarter launches at the end of January. So to catch up on the series, head on over to brianrodman.com and dive deep into the story about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, folks, and join the adventure today. Seriously, good stuff. Brian Rodman, awesome dude, awesome. Issue 7. You know, and when you consider how many independent comics never get past issue 2, or don't even get up to issue 2, so that's pretty impressive. Salute. And Teresa Dunn, the Rising Tide team is always here to help. Amen, sister. Seriously, there's a lot of times, guys, you don't know how many times you've talked me off the ledge and you didn't know it. Just knowing you're here is comforting. And catch the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS tomorrow. Special guest, Prime Minister Winston Churchill himself, actor Ian McNeice, talking his career and time on Doctor Who. Live recording at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Get your questions ready. Check out the Traveling TARDIS on Facebook. Over 41,000 subscribers. We're going for 50 before Thanksgiving. It can be done. Hashtag become part of the legend. And to give you an idea of what we're talking about, let's see, let me take this down. Let's make this look professional. Okay, here's what we're talking about when we talk about becoming part of the legend.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Great conversation, amazing guest stars. He's got Winston Churchill showing up. Duh! Fantastic actor, fantastic show, and fantastic hosts. Join Christian and Melanie and their great all-star panel every week for Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and bring your questions so you hashtag can become part of the legend. Anyway, we have got the one, the only Meredith Walker. I haven't showered yet, and it's Brian's fault. Good morning, Nevermore, as well. If you want to take me in the shower with you, I can be your loofah. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm here to help, Meredith. I don't make that offer to just everybody. Anyway, Meredith Walker, check out Wild One Forever. Check out Geek Insider. That powers our network. I forgot to say that at the first part of the show. And I've got a dang script I've got to rewrite. Anyway, please check it out. And Meredith, you probably saw we're over 400 now. Like I said, I always want to hold up my end of the bargain here, and Meredith has been so generous with me about making this show what it is, and we are on her account here on StreamYard and grateful for it, and she has helped us so very much. And I always just feel like I'm the poor relative around here when I see all the other amazing shows that are on the network. And so check out geekinsider.com. You can find things on the paranormal, women's issues, this show, whatever it is, back episodes of Clever Title pending. All kinds of comic book news, great shows like that, Indie Volt shows. So check out Meredith Loughran. She is an amazing talent, and she's got something coming out soon that I'm excited about. And I'm also excited to see Rick Bradley. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well this Thanksgiving week. And did you just call him Cream Room Ted S. Christian Basil? No, I think it's your Freudian slip showing. I hope I didn't. But yeah, well, there we go. We could start another thing, on the weeks that, or on the, days that we can't have the green room with Uncle Ted's, or not Uncle Ted, but Uncle Carl's secret humor page. Ted, you need to start a cream room. There we go. And he said, I will, and I'm not inviting you, Brian. Anyway, which magician do you like more, David Copperfield or Chris Angel? That's a tough one. I like Copperfield a lot, but Chris Angel is fantastic. I think I like Chris Angel's. A lot of Chris Angel's stuff is more close-up magic, like what you did for me at NonCon, and I really appreciate the skill it takes for that. Plus, I like the kind of creepy vibe he gives off, rather than it's different than the more classic vibe that David Copperfield comes from, and he's more like a Harry Blackstone, or the classic magicians in that regard. I like the ones that are different. Of course, my fave, of course, next to you, Jake, is Master Ron Fitzgerald, the master of dark, sticky magic. And hey, Meredith, hashtag buttbeard, says Sarah. And Sarah wouldn't want it any other way from you. I'm sure you wouldn't. And Phil Lockler, seeing this so far, y'all have no idea how much y'all have helped me by supporting and putting up with seeing me online so often. Dude, seeing you is always a delight, man. Only a handful of shows left to end this year for me. Next year should have some big changes in the show. Hashtag waves of change. Well, these things we should always be evolving, Phil. Do you not agree? That we should always be striving to do what we do, whatever it is, a little better. And like I said, we're going to produce some original content next year. We're going to try some different stuff, some comic book related stuff, and all kinds of things that I've been wanting to do for some time. I keep saying I want to do less broadcasting and more writing, but I do enjoy communicating this way. And also, it hasn't hurt our sales any, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Phil Lockler does some amazing shows, so please check out Demon Phil. He is an amazing broadcaster and a good guy. He does so much for the community. Phil, we are proud to be your friend. We really are. And Brian K. Morris, you have 400 subscribers on YouTube, sir. Well, yes, and in fact, let's. I feel like we're on a telethon. That, okay, let's check the tote board now. Let's cut to the tote board. And we are still at 401 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed during the show. Only another 99, and I'll quit harping about getting to 500. Then we'll start harping about 600. But anyway, we are so happy. So anyway, salute to all of you who have been helping. Thank you so much. Never think it has gone unappreciated. It is appreciated greatly. Ted Davies says, please, if you are grieving this time of year, listen to my heartfelt podcast on my parents' passing and turning my and possibly your grief to gratitude. That's at Anchor FM, and I have got to check that out because I know a number of people who have lost relatives during this time of year. And it really changes how you look at the holidays. It really does. My mother, we are approaching the 30th anniversary of my mother's passing. And a lot of what I am, you can blame on her. She kind of encouraged me to be a free spirit. And I've never regretted it. And, but 30 years ago, she passed away. And it was on New Year's Eve. That kind of changes how you watch the big ball drop, if you know what I mean. And for the longest time, I also had a resentment over Christmas because that was the last big holiday and so close to the time, that Mom passed away. And then, but I always tell people, when I hear of people passing on, relatives and friends, and I always say, our sincerest condolences and may all the memories be golden. That that last Christmas, has turned golden. It was spent in a hospital room eating pretty dry turkey, instant mashed potatoes, and couldn't have had a better time if I imagined it. So, and a lot of good did come out following that. But anyway, I will check that out. Everyone should check out Ted Davies. And let's move on before I become more maudlin. Anyway, Bill Sarn says, good morning, everyone. It's another week to count your blessings. Bill Sarn, I couldn't agree more. And we are blessed to have you here, as well as the art of Bill Sarn at SarnArt76 on Facebook. Please check it out. Joe Dog McKeel says, GMJL neither, but John B. Pica is one I favor since I met him. Yeah, John's a great magician. He is super, super awesome. And Joe Dog McKeel, this might sound outrageous, says Meredith Logren. From you, perish the thought. But if she's overdue, have you thought about nipple stimulation? Constantly. It works on humans. Just say Christian, don't say what you're thinking. Shut up, Christian. Let's take a moment and ponder what Meredith Logren has said. Are there any instructional videos that you could recommend, Meredith, for this? For stimulating dog nipples, which I'm sure is illegal in most states. But just the same, I won't watch. Anyway, and Meredith has just moved the train coupling. We are now heading off the tracks. Anyway, hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Bill Stern. That is our goal. That has not changed since day one with Rising Tide Publications. We are working to bring Cookie home, and we've got some cool plans coming up. She is like a couple of chapters away from her edit on the Santa Stein audiobook. And I don't know that we can get it out in time for a Christmas release, but we are definitely shooting for January. Although I don't know that I'm going to go with Audible now. This is something that's kind of annoyed me. And we can talk about this. And I know I'm running. I'm about a half hour behind in the comments, and I thank you all for your patience. But we'll not talk about it. I'll probably comment on my blog on Patreon. Brian K. Morris, all lowercase, all one word. And the Eric Hawkins wishes us good morning. Good morning to you, the Eric. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope all is well. And this Thanksgiving is important, says Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay, because we give thanks to the Lord for keeping us safe from this virus. We are truly grateful to be alive still. That's it. That's one thing we need to keep in mind, that, then granted, there have been some of us, for instance, John B. Pica, who did come down with the coronavirus or the Mike Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. But he's still with us, and he's getting better. And he said the other day that most days he's at 95% now, which is quite an accomplishment, because I've got some friends who, I have one friend who caught it like back in early March, when it really was starting to flare around the country, around the world, and he still can't taste or smell, and he still has debilitating weaknesses, because we're finding out that this disease is not just getting in your sinuses, but it may affect you neurologically, which is evil, evil stuff. So anyway, we are thankful, and that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. We're going to be thankful for what we've got, all right? And hello, all, Trevor Hawkins. Good to see you, brother. Hope your weekend's going well. I saw you have a text for me. I will be reading that later today. And Sarah, hashtag catfisting. All right, the only way to fish. Get your bikinis ready, everyone. You too, Joe Dog McKeel. And she is still a day early, but poor things looks like she has 24 in there. Well, Meredith has given you a way to get those little puppies out of there by dealing with her puppies, and you've got 8 of them to choose from, right? Anyway, yes, Meredith, says Sarah. Ted Davies says, hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. And Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay says, hey, Sarah, next non-con, you should come there. I'd love to meet you. Sarah sometimes has a problem with transportation, but that would be great, Jake. Yeah, and I'm probably going to go to. I would love to go to non-con next year too. That would be cool. And there's Alfred Pennyworth saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing a week-long Black Friday deal. If If you buy a copy of my book, you'll receive a free drawing of any celebrity you want, as long as I can draw them at my current skill level. If you buy from Amazon, please send me a confirmation screenshot, and there is the address for his book. All right, check it out. All right. And Sarah says, speaking of the green room, poor Brian Rodman got quite the initiation. We were having a lot of fun. Yeah, I got in on the tail end of that, and I'm grateful that my presence didn't kick Clyde Hall out. I would have felt really bad. I probably would not have come back if that had happened, because I love Clyde so much, and he's funny as hell. But anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, the Friday night green room, you got to be a member of Uncle Carl Witzman's secret humor group. And to get initiated, you must know someone to get in, because it's a secret room on Facebook. So you can contact Carl Witzman or Donna Carlene, or Sarah, or myself, or anyone who shows up there regularly, because we can invite you into the group. And someone who's a big part of this group, we're glad to say, is Glenn B. Fleming. Hey, Brian. Hey, Glenn. How you doing this morning? Good evening to you, I guess it would be, or good late afternoon. Glenn is in the British Isles there, and we're now an international show, 401 subscribers strong. Glenn, good to have you here as always. Put in a promo for your Amazon work, please. Phil Locklear says the Demonation rebrand will be getting an overhaul in January, and looking forward to show true growth throughout the year on YouTube. And check out that page, Demon. Pardon me. I hope to get rid of that cough by then. Anyway, Demon Nation Sensation. Check it out. I am a subscriber, and I'm happy to be. And it's a great channel on Facebook, or excuse me, on YouTube. And YouTube is a good platform because the picture and sound quality are just a wee bit better. Unlike my, I see now that my my internet connection, unlike YouTube. So if you're going to see my blurry, pixelated face, you better go over to there. So anyway, and according to this, I've got one of my banners up, and I didn't realize I did. Huh. Anyway, let's see. Also, and somebody's going to say it, don't forget to tip your host. So if you like what you see in here, please consider signing up for we have a paypal.me/risingtidebkm, where you can tip your host, and all proceeds go to trying to improve the look and sound of the show. I think if we reach a certain level of tips, a lot of it has gone into mechanical and programming stuff. Plus things that'll happen are for our future publications. But also we have a Patreon page, which is patreon.com. Let me talk about that for a second. Patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. If you want to support us on a regular, ongoing basis, even just $1 a month, will get you mentioned on this show. For instance, we had a card at the top of the show, and we'd love to add your name to it. Excuse me. Pardon me, folks. And also your name will go in everything we produce from Rising Tide Publications, as long as you're a valid member. $5 a month will get you a peek at special videos. Our $5 members got to hear the first chapter of the Sandestein audiobook. And we will be posting more chapters as we get them edited. And Cookie is working hard on that, I'm glad to say. Probably get it done this week. Maybe we'll post another one later this week. But anyway, they also have gotten sneak peeks at our first draft flash novel, tentatively titled Ebony Terror, but we are going to change that title. We don't like it. But anyway, it's a story of World War II superheroics and dealing with prejudices in a very populated city, which we're using as part of our mythology for our books. So anyway, please check it out. We've got other plans coming up this year that we think you'll appreciate. So anyway, please check out Patreon, where you can support us from a monthly subscription point of view. We have some very reasonable levels, and we're going to get them all populated soon too. Very happy with that. And Rick Bradley says they had turkeys at our local Kroger for 33 cents a pound if you bought $25 worth of groceries. Got a $23 pound turkey for $8. Yep, made me happy. That should, man. That's a couple weeks worth of good eating right there, man. Especially if you, like we do. Sometimes we'll get a whole turkey, then we'll boil the hell out of the carcass and make soup. A few times in the winter. Turkey soup is delicious. All kinds of good stuff you can do with turkey. So yeah, and I don't get tired of it. There's so many ways to have it that I love it. I love cold sliced turkey sandwiches. That's good stuff. I'm a leftovers fan. Sorry. Anyway, good deal, Rick. Good deal indeed. And we are having Thanksgiving at home. Just Albert, Keith, and myself, says Teresa Dunwell. Excuse me. And that's a perfect celebration. I mean, this year, aside from when I get on the air with you guys, I'm going to be, it's just going to be me and Cookie, and she's going to be recuperating from her injury. She's gotten some medical help for it, so she is doing better. But she is looking forward to 4 days of rest, that's for sure. And by 4 days of rest means she's working for Rising Tide. So anyway, and next week we're going to be working on our newsletter and finishing up our Medicaid stuff. It's going to be an exciting week. Anyway, congratulations on the YouTube subs, Brian K. Morris. Thank you, Ted Davies. I appreciate that, my brother. And please check out Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. In fact, everyone who's got a YouTube channel, please put in your link, and we'd love it if the folks who subscribe to me would also give some love to say Demonation Sensation or Ted Davies Artistry. And I know there's a bunch of you out there who have a YouTube channel. Share it with the rest of the class, all right? And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you very much, Jake Lindsay. And see down at the bottom crawl, you'll see that address for my paypal.me/risingtidebkm, where if you want to drop me a couple dollars, I promise to acknowledge it gratefully and in private. I won't embarrass you publicly, unless you want me to. But anyway, every dollar is appreciated, and every dollar is being used to improve the look and sound of the show. And if we get to a certain level in Patreon, I'm thinking we're going to upgrade our internet service. Hopefully get something where I lose this pixelation that we keep hitting. Let's see. No wonder I'm on a past show here. I thought I was watching the feed for this show, but it doesn't seem like I am. Hold on here. And let's see, what episode? Oh, no, according to this, no. Stupid show. Let's see, stupid thing here. Anyway, well, we'll get it later. Anyway, to everyone who we haven't said hello to that has shown up, please say hello, because my Facebook is not letting me see what the show looks like. Hold on a second here. Let's try something here through the magic of, there we go. And this is oh, did I put the wrong day in? Okay, no wonder I'm not seeing a live show. Okay, that explains a lot. Okay, we'll fix that later. Anyway, don't forget to tip your host. Jake Lindsay said so. And which movie do you like more, The Polar Express or Elf? I've not seen all of Elf, so I'm not a huge fan of the star of that show. But I did like Polar Express. That was fun. Douglas Deck says, brother from Michigan is visiting, and he is bringing turkey and walleye. Oh, walleye, yum. Good for that. Good Douglas Deck. That's Deck. That sounds great. That is super. And without a ton of family around, will your Thanksgiving be boring? Well, then you need to go on an adventure. 7, in fact, written by 7 amazing authors with art by phenomenal artists. Go grab Pulp Reality #1 by StormgatePress.com. Check it out. It's available right now on Amazon. It's good stuff. Christian Basil says, after the last green room, happy to know Sarah's religion. Oh, I think I missed that one. I wish there were times that Carl would record that thing so I could watch it later. Is this where the party is this morning? It must be. All right. And Phil Thompson, okay, everyone, I know have an email list, and if you can give me your email, you'll receive a webcomic right before I post it on social media every week. Definitely check out Phil Thompson's stuff. You can DM him on Facebook. He is there. Also, he's on Instagram, too. This is the Cool Kids Table. Yep, and it's mostly because you're here. And Demonation says, hey, Jake. Hey, Christian. Morning, Miss Sarah. And Gospel Magician says, hi, Phil. How are you, my friend? Sarah says, hey there, Phil. Great show Saturday night. Oh, Chuck and Sean felt the wrath of hell with the massive hot stuff. Epic. That is insane. there is something seriously wrong with Chuck Pinot. We're glad to say. And I got some pics with some cute girls yesterday. I showed them to Sarah. Oh my goodness. I'm leaving that alone. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, I'm glad you're meeting some girls, Jake. I'm really glad for that. When I was your age, I didn't date much. I was kind of wrapped up in trying to get. I just went to work and went home again. And this is back in a time when gas was cheap enough. I could travel, between my job and where I was working at the time. Excuse me. And I had like one full-time and one part-time job. Had a lot of money because I didn't go anywhere to spend it. So I didn't really start dating to really seriously dating to my late 20s. Then I started making up for lost time. But anyway, good morning, Sarah from the lovely Teresa Dunn. And Phil Locklear says, excuse me, put Saturday, December 5th at 10 p.m. Central on your calendars. Unscripted final broadcast of the year. Special panel of those who believed in me to help me get started in this industry. Dude, you can only get 10 people in on StreamYard. I'm sure there's a lot of people that helped you because you've risen so far and so fast. And I'm proud of you, Phil. I really am. But yeah, December 5th, I'm going to put that on my calendar right now. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good day. That's going to be a good day. Hold on here. It's 10 p.m. Central. So that's 11 p.m. Eastern. And Demon Nation and Phil Locklear. I'm putting that in my calendar. I hope to be there. Of course, that's going to conflict with Stupid O'Clock that night, but hey, I can watch both. Anyway, check it out. Check out the Demon Nation show and Unscripted and all the great shows that Phil Locklear does. He's an amazing broadcaster. Also that day, this is a good time to tell you that December 5th, there's going to be a book launch for T.L. Shively. Lynn, who's part of this community, she is launching her brand new book on Saturday, December 5th, and I will be helping her from 5 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern, doing a special, probably clever title pending, and we will talk books. We will talk. We'll talk stuff, and we hope you'll join us for that. It'll be a special half-hour edition of that. And Phil Locklear has that link to his page on YouTube, the Demon Nation Sensation on YouTube. Check it out. Please subscribe. And Christian Basil, says Teresa Dunn. And Sarah, hey, Teresa. And nice, Jake. And Bill Sartin says, join the far out and groovy people by clicking our Saturn Art 76 on Facebook for better days from yesteryear. If you were watching last night, we showed the 1973 classic, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And you can see it, still see it, along with my merry memes, excuse me, and my wacky warm-up sketches that'll tickle your tummy and warm your heart. So check out the artwork of Bill Sartin, where everything old is new again. Excellent, Bill, excellent. Check it out. And excuse me, I use that mute button more often. Anyway, Christian Basil says, Teresa. Oh, yeah. And Demon Nation, Phil says, just for the record, no one died on the show, so I am not liable for the actions on Unscripted. Dude, when you have Chuck Pinot on there, you ought to just have a card up there saying we do not accept any responsibility for anything Chuck Pinot says or does. But check out the Demon Nation. Check out the Unscripted show. I've been on it, and it's a fun show. It really is. I really love it. And I honestly love getting pictures with people. I don't know why, but I love pictures, says Jake Lindsay, Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay. Oh, this will be on the blooper reel. Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay. Every day is a blooper reel on this show. Anyway, Demon Nation, says Christian Basil from YouTube. And there he is, the guest on tomorrow night's Clever Tile Pending, Mr. Randy Zimmerman. Hey there, I'm on your show tomorrow. That's right, you are. Looking forward to it. So am I, Randy. We're going to have a great conversation. Randy is, not meaning to make you sound elderly here, but he's a 5-decade veteran of the independent comics scene. A great creator and a great encourager, really positive guy. Love the Sunday morning, the Sunday Funny show, which let's give you a taste of that. And then we'll have some more nice things to say about Randy Zimmerman. So hold on and check this out on Sunday mornings. I keep sleeping through it. That in his Thursday show, The Morning Coffee at 9 a.m. Eastern. Also this show on Sunday. Show up for this and you'll enjoy it.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
That's Sunday Funnies. Sunday Funnies. Sunday Funnies, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on the Indie Volt network. Indievolt.com, also Indie Volt on Facebook, and also the Indie Volt page on YouTube. Please check it out. Please subscribe. So anyway, Randy is a great host, and I'm so looking forward to tomorrow night. I really am. Randy is a great guy and love being on his shows. I just keep sleeping through them all. I've been sleeping a lot lately. I don't know what my problem is. It's not like I have a real job. But anyway, Randy, I am so looking forward to having you on tomorrow, brother. And thank you so much for saying you'd do it. And Teresa Dunn says, hey, Jake, says she from YouTube. And hi, Teresa, says Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay. And Sarah says, yes, they survived. OMG, I was crying, Phil. You were crying. I can just imagine what Chuck was doing, snorting lines of hot sauce. Let me choose the hot sauce next time. I mean, if he's using that wussy stuff like Tapatio or Red's hot sauce, I got some stuff in the fridge right now that will probably cook out his sinuses all the way down to any convenient sphincter. So anyway, Brian Rodman says, to join the land of beards. Anyway, to join the land of beards, head on over to bit.ly/dasdingos and join Jeremy Woodring and me as we interview some fantastic creators and podcasters. Some wear a fez, others travel in a TARDIS, but there's plenty of shenanigans to be had. Go off the rails with us today. Definitely check out the Dastardly Dingos, an incredible broadcast. And thank you again to Brian Rodman and Jeremy Woodring for being on the show last Tuesday on Clever Title Penning. That was such a good time. Had fun. Lots of fun. Anyway, and yes, good licking, Brian. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah appreciates a good licking, and I'm glad to provide it every chance I get. And what time is your Thanksgiving special? Asked Gospel Jake, Magician Jake Lindsay. It's going to be at the regular time for Nevermind the Furthermore. It's going to be on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And it's just, we're going to do at least an hour. We may not do more than an hour, but anyway, because y'all will have some cooking to do. Get busy. Get that stovetop stuff ready. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to do our annual Thanksgiving show, and we're going to talk about what we are thankful for. And Teresa Dunn, glad things are looking up for you, Jake. Keep on keeping on. Amen, Teresa. Thank you, hon. And Joe Dog McKeel says, on the Thursday Thanksgiving show, are you going to play Alice's Restaurant? No, I'm not. I know that's a tradition with some people, but one, I don't want the copyright strike on YouTube, probably. I've gotten it for a few things I've run on here, but we've gotten rid of most of them. So anyway, but that's inevitable now. There's right now, if you are on YouTube, be careful of the music you use. That's what I keep getting dinged for. But anyway, and there's places you can get copyright-free music, and it's good for the download. So anyway, but no, we're not going to play Alice's Restaurant. We're gonna make our own music on here. And 400, yes, Sarah, thank you. Are we still on 400? Every time somebody says something, I feel the need to go check. We're 401 last time we checked, and we are still at 401, but we're glad to be. But anyway, thank you. And let's see. Here we go. Shot past a whole bunch. Oh my gosh, and you people are so many awesome people I haven't gotten to yet. Please. Come on. I got another dump of comments. Thank you, StreamYard. At 500, BKM is offered to go streaking live on his show. Christian, you're on. Seriously. When I hit 500, I will do a show naked wearing nothing but a fez and a bow tie. Maybe. We'll see what Cookie says about it. that may get shot down. Don't forget the ghost story, River Spirit, releases December 11th. Pre-order at douglasdeck.yolasite.com. Check it out. Douglas is a really, really good writer. Yeah, check it out. He's got good stuff. And Willow Schuyler says over the weekend she became Hanging with Web's program director. We have quite a few good shows from talented podcasters. I'll be busy for the next few days making the TV guide so you folks can tune into all the shows. We may even have other shows listed from our friends who have been guests and supporters of our network. Well, Willow, that's beautiful, and congratulations. I mean, that's a huge operation, and good for you. And proud of you too. That's quite the accomplishment there. And Garrett's getting somebody really amazing to do the job for him. So good on you, Willow Schuyler. And please don't forget Willow's Pillow Talk, another amazing podcast. Had a fun time on there, being on the pillow with Willow, along with author Michaela Jade. Good stuff. Kentucky has new Thanksgiving rules. Governor limits family gathering. My understanding is a lot of states are doing that right now too, Douglas. I think Indiana is. I'm pretty sure Illinois has. Although I'm seeing more and more restaurants saying, "Screw you, Governor Pritzker. We're opening anyway," because But they are also taking pains to make sure the social distancing can happen inside the restaurant. So I know that we have, and I think we are going to be at like 100% outdoor occupancy as long as social distancing can occur. And I want to say 50 to 75% inside dining, again, as long as social distancing can be observed. It's a mess. We live in challenging times, but we're all going to get through it together, okay? And Thanksgiving consists of a 3-day feast with different families here, says Phil Locklear. Still unsure if they're just really nice here or fattening me up for the kill. I've seen enough episodes of Tales from the Crypt to know, run. Just run. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse says, Thanksgiving is my holiday. I'm prepping for it today, making my own turkey stock, flaky pie crust, brining the turkey, and my sourdough starter is ready for the rolls. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, this sounds like the old, hey Grandpa, what's for dinner? So from Hee Haw. But man, that sounds great, Charles. Fantastic. Yeah, we're probably going to have, like I said, baby back ribs. We're going to cook them low and slow until they're about as good as those ribs we had at the Texas Roadhouse were. Then we're going to make up some cool side dishes. Cookie is probably going to make a no crust cranberry bake. And if she makes her amazing dressing balls, I won't be all unhappy because she makes amazing dressing. And Christian, you'd like her balls anyway. Yeah, you can say it, Christian. Anyway, and then Christian died. But no, we got a lot of stuff planned for the weekend, but mostly it's just her relaxing. I'll probably do as much of the cooking as I can when I'm not on here. Anyway, it's going to be a great, great, great weekend, and we are all going to make it that way. We're going to come back on Friday. We will have a Friday episode of Nevermind the Furthermore and talk about how much fun we had. And I can't get that image out of my head, Christian, says gospel magician Jake Lindsay. My eyes! Christian's work here is done. And Charles is doing it right, says Douglas Deck. I gotta agree. And, he's a professional cook. Charles is a professional cook. So, he starts talking about brining the turkey. Brining is a great idea if you've never done it, people. It seals in a lot of the moisture, and you also can add a flavorful liquid. I mean, you can do it in a regular salt and sugar and water brine, but why pass up the chance to infuse it with flavor? And I think it's better than using the injector. Excuse me. One year we did it. We put in orange juice with the brine. Of course, you can't drink the orange juice after that. You have to throw it out. But you leave that out overnight at room temperature. Brining will, it infuses flavor, and also helps preserve the turkey. You don't have to worry about, of course you're going to cook it anyway to kill any germs. So, but anyway, it's a great way. You get a 5-gallon bucket, get you a big ass bird, and toss that boy in there, and have you some great eats for a few days. And here we go. Excuse me, Rick Radley. The sleepy town of Eden Falls looks quaint on the outside. Marvin finds out that on the inside, things are run to the core. Will he survive the eldritch horrors that threaten his very soul? Order the introduction to Rick Radley's Eden Falls trilogy, Marvin's Night Out, right now on Amazon in paperback and digital format. Check it out. He's a good author. You need to get it. Make his Thanksgiving a happy one. And Christian Basil mocks Jake, or excuse me, Christian Basil mocks Jake with his laughter. Shame on you, Christian. Prepare for your spanking. And Brian Rodman says, I was honored the other night to get the official title of Uber driver for the Dark Church of the Rising Tide. It was as if I were knighted by the Queen. That's true, or pegged by the Dark Mistress. Anyway, the Dark Church of the Rising Tide is our tax dodge. I mean, fake church. Yeah, that's it. We have a membership of about a dozen people. And everyone's got a title except me, which is the way I want it. Happy 57th birthday to Doctor Who, my lifelong obsession. That's true. We are coming up. Yeah, today is the day. Today is the 57th anniversary, not only of Doctor Who, but also the assassination of President Kennedy back in 1963. And Doctor Who is still going strong. President Kennedy isn't so much. But anyway, yay, Doctor Who. Yay, Doctor Who. And I've also got to say, this is crazy. It's the 30th anniversary of my first date with Cookie. It started out with us just getting together to discuss her borrowing some books from me, and turned into a 15-hour date. We can talk about that later. And there we go. Meredith Walker says Brian's channel is on Nitro. Onward to 500. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything you do to help us get there. We have just, as of this morning, passed 400 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Look for Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications, and please sign up, please subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell so you're notified of all future broadcasts. And anyway, yeah, we had a blast of new subscribers, for which we thank Master Ron Fitzgerald and Pops Van Zandt for their help in that weekend. That's where, I don't know, we got in front of the right set of eyes, but man, we have almost trebled our previous total. And thank you to everyone who has, and thank you to everyone who is seeking out the show. In fact, this morning, I think we just set a viewership record here for the show. I may have to check later. And I could be your loofah. That's when Christian died. Hashtag 50 Shades of Loofah, says Brian Rodman. That's why we say this stuff. Anyway, Meredith Walker and Pat gave me a deadline to release my book. It's on pre-order. Details will be released soon. Meredith Walgren, I'm making this an order. I'm ordering the people above me on the line here. You are to post on the Rising Tide Publications page and my profile page whenever that you have the information ready. I want to do what I can to help. I'm just waiting for Cookie to clobber him after the loofah comment. Yeah, Alfred Pennyworth, she's in the next room, but you'll see this later. And if I never see you all again, it was all worth it. I regret nothing. And Douglas Eck, I'm working on an audiobook too. Producer is finishing up Haunted Romance now. Keep an eye on Douglas Deck at yolasite.com. douglasdeck.yolasite.com. I'm looking forward to that. Keep us posted, Douglas. We gotta help. And hello, can you see me now? Only in my dreams, Michaela Jade. Only in my dreams. Mwah! How are you this morning, darling? Good to see you. Amy Hale says, I can't stay long, so I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. An amazing Thanksgiving. Amy, mwah, sorry you've already left by the time I get to it. But anyway, hope you and John and the family have a super Thanksgiving too. Hope to talk to you before then. And Christian Basil, Michaela, oh, I see you. Oh, do I see you? I just bet you do. Up, and she's making us jealous by snuggling up to Christian. Grr. Anyway, shares Christian with Michaela. Hey there, Michaela. Good times in the green room. Dear God Almighty, get my camera ready. And right, Christian Basil says, right after the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, I will be on Ted Davies' show. This is going to be awesome at 9 p.m. Eastern. I was also happy to be on the Dastardly Dingoes podcast coming out in a few weeks. Christian, it's a good time, man. You are on your way, sir. And rock on, Christian, says Sarah. Christian Basil says, Sarah, Michaela, I love our little 3-seater. I'm gonna add some more cushions to that so my fat butt can get on there. And Christian, Sarah, thanks, love. Douglas Deck says, Gonna check your blog more. Yeah. Well, we started a blog on patreon.com. Most of them are for public consumption. That's not to say they're bad. It's just to say that some things I do have for just subscribers. And that's where we have put, like, that's where we posted the first chapter of Sandestein. And so far, I think 4 chapters of my new first draft Flash novel. So anyway, good stuff happening on there. We're populating it slowly but surely. And I see, get us all interested in what's up on Audible, and then say it's on Patreon, you devil, uses Rick Bradley. Well, you see, the thing is right now, Audible is going through something, and this is a kerfluffle. I am going to be writing about it on Patreon. Again, Amazon 2 years ago, I publicly said was our best friend in the creative field. Now they have turned into the enemy. They really have. Audible is owned by, or Audible is connected to Amazon through ACX, a company called ACX. Well, Amazon just recently changed its terms of service for its Amazon Prime subscribers, in that they said, hey, listen, have you had the audiobook that you've never gotten around to listening to? Trade it in. And also, if you, that you can return a book for any reason whatsoever. Well, what's been happening is that some authors have seen their income from audiobooks like plummet, and they look at their books and they're saying, hey, wait a minute, I didn't sell any. How did I not sell any audiobooks? The thing is, with this new policy, some authors were saying, okay, they found out somehow that they sold 500 audiobooks that month, but 500 people returned theirs because of the new policy, because they have audiobooks they've never listened to. And they thought, well, I'll just get some new stuff. I'll get rid of this one I just never got around to listening to. And it might have been, I'm hoping they don't do that for, I hope they don't get anything from their free downloads. But anyway, because they do get some occasionally. But anyway, it's one of those things that has really cut into the income of authors. Now, meanwhile, Amazon keeps the money. It's a bookkeeping thing, basically. Also, authors are not sure how many they have truly sold with this new system. And it's gotten to the point where it's created quite a controversy, and I'm waiting to see who rises. And some various writer organizations, audiobook-related organizations, have inquired of Amazon what the hell's going on, and we'll keep an eye on this. Plus, there is a problem with Alan Dean Foster. Talk about writer problems. Alan Dean Foster has been writing science fiction since, I think, the early 70s, late 60s. If you have read the novelization of Star Wars: A New Hope, he ghost wrote it. He's also written books in the Aliens franchise and other Star Wars books. Well, when Disney bought out George Lucas and all Star Wars related things and the Aliens franchise, Disney decided that they took on the assets but not the liabilities, which would be royalties. So Alan Dean Foster is missing out on a lot of royalties from his books, and Disney is refusing to pay him. And the Science Fiction Writers of America, it's a writers guild for science fiction and fantasy writers, has gotten involved in that. We will keep you posted on that on our Patreon page. Yeah, Sarah, the green room was fun. I'm sorry I missed part of it. Turns out my hard drive was going out during it. And Douglas Deck mocks us with his laughter, as well he should. Charles F. Millhouse finished a Captain Hawkins short story. Now to figure out how I want to publish it. Oh, cool. I hear there's this great magazine called Pulp Reality. You might be able to find a place in there. I've gotten in with the editor. You might talk to me about that. Bill Sarden says, my grandmother passed away on December 23rd, 1983, and we buried her on Christmas Day. That holiday wasn't the same for many years. Yeah, I had like a sheer loathing of Christmas for many years. Now I've embraced it again, and I love it. I love the music. New hashtag, stimulate those puppies. Meredith, I'm waiting for the how-to video on that. Can we get a volunteer? Sarah, Michaela, Meredith? Let's talk. Gospel magician Jake Lindsay. My dad had the virus. I was so worried about him not surviving it. I cried a week straight when he was suffering from it, but luckily he conquered the virus and he's better than ever. Jake, that is good to hear, brother. We need stories like that to keep us going. And Sarah says, I'm glad Brian Rodman is still on the show after his experience in the green room. He got quite the show. Yeah, I remember you gave quite a show for a moment there too, and that's one of the reasons I want Carl to start recording that damn thing. I feel I know you so much better now, Sarah. And everybody's going, I went in on the green room. And Sarah, I love you. You're a beautiful woman. You really are. And as Bob Barker used to say, says Bill Sarden, always spade and neuter your pet owners. I'm all for that. And thanks, Brian. Here's my Amazon page. It says Glenn B. Fleming, and there it is now. Please check it out. Copy and paste that thing, and check out the work of Glenn B. Fleming, an amazing creative guy. Great comics historian. Glad to have you here, too. And finally, home, says Carl Wisman. Glad to have you here. And we're also glad to have Nicholas Anthony Tucker, who says, good morning, Nevermore. It's been busy and got caught up in some of my writing, which can be acquired normally through Amazon.com/author/Nicholas Tucker. And also abnormally if you ask him how and you drop my name. Anyway, also check out Amanda Tuckert, another great Tuckert family author there. But anyway, welcome back, Carl, says Sarah. And gospel magician Jake Lindsay says, here's a really good joke. What do you call a deer with no lights? No idea. No idea. No idea. Well, okay, I get that now. If I said it right, that'd be better. No idea. Anyway, that reminds me of an old joke. You know what you get when you cross an elephant and a rhinoceros? Elefino. Black. Oh, we got Black Friday sale from Eric Hawkins, the Eric Hawkins. Black Friday sale starts Wednesday on Indiegogo for the Zombieful World of Oz. Save that link now. Never offered before. Con exclusive con cover is available now. And you definitely want to get in on it because it is a wonderful book, The Zombieful World of Oz. 2 issues out right now. The best comic, the best indie comic, probably my favorite comic right now of all. Beautiful meeting of a sequel to the L. Frank Baum books with zombies. All right, and he's got all kinds of cool different covers. And issue 2 has a story by me in there, so you might want to check that out. Anyway, that's great, Eric. We'll post that on the Rising Tide page, brother, would you please? Joe D. McPhee, glad to see you here. Hey, Brian K. Morris, thanks for the follow on Instagram. Joe, I just found you on there, and when I saw your name, I had to follow you. I hope we are following each other. Good to see you, man. Always good to see you. And glad to, Joe. It was a pleasure to follow you on there. And please support one of my favorite authors at Patreon. Look up author Amy Hale. Her books are fantastic. Yes, they are. I'm a fan of hers, too, not just a friend. And I got to support Amy on there, too. Support all your Patreon people. We are awesome. And I'm a leftovers man. That was my love life in high school, says Christian Basil. I wasn't even getting table scraps in high school. Seriously, you wouldn't believe it seeing the suave sophisticated Lothario before you now. You wouldn't know that he was awkward with women at one point. Like for decades. Anyway, love life or love language, Christians, asks Michaela Jade. And Carlene stumbles blindly into the room. Hey, y'all, Carly, mwah. Hope the optometrist went well. Hope you're doing well, hon. Good to see you. And hey, Carly, says Michaela Jade. And Sarah says, Carly, hope your appointment went well. Carly says, went great, no changes. Thanks, Sarah. Good to hear. Good to hear. And hey, Michaela, says Carlene. Sarah says, awesome to hear, and you're welcome, Carly. Rick Bradley says, Brian needs stronger coffee. Brian needs more coffee. Brian's about out of coffee, see? So he's got a brand new cup. You know, could there be something on there? Who knows? Oh, I got so excited. I just couldn't hide it. I just spilled part of it on my shirt. Anyway, Joe D. McPhee says, my YouTube channel is right there. Thanks for asking. Well, thank you for posting it. I will take a look for that later, Joe. And if I'm not on there, I want to be. Also, author Kathy Jackson, good morning all, and hugs from her. Mwah. Much love to you, Kathy. Hope you and the family are looking forward to an amazing Thanksgiving. Love you all. Check out the work of Kathy Jackson on Amazon. It's fantastic. And hey, Kathy, says Sarah, but Nick Tockert says, hey, go to YouTube right there. That's his channel. That's the Historical Fencing Guild. Always a great show every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Carl Westman, holy crap, what happened in here while I was gone? Brian reading comments from a past show. What the hell? Yeah, seriously. Something I don't know if I made a mistake in setting it up, but the thing is, our numbers are still good. Our numbers are still good. Anyway, Gospel G Lindsay says, I don't know about you, but I love it when the Polar Express arrives, where you hear the whistle and the house shakes from the rumble of the train. That is a cool one. That is a cool movie. I love the animation on that. And Kelly Austin, mwah, of Pulp Reality #1, coming soon, coming now. Morning, everyone. Hi, Brian. Sorry I've missed your show these last several days. I missed you. I've been under the weather, but feeling fine now. That's good news. Thank you for telling us, Kelly. I'm having withdrawal symptoms from not watching the show. A question, sir, if I may. Of course you can. After you had finished your first written work, were you having unrealistic dreams of selling 1 million copies, or were you realistic on the expectations of selling a few? How did you cope, and where did your strength come from to keep going? Thank you. Kelly, that's a super question, and we are going to pause in our trying to catch up on this, because that's a good question to answer. Yes, it's no longer in print on Amazon, but my first book was called Bloodshot, The Coldest Warrior. It was done through the old Kindle Worlds program. And at the time, and it's still the prevailing wisdom, that most independent writers never sell more than 100 copies of their own book. You know, and 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 I thought my first month, man, I'm going to sell at least 100 copies of Bloodshot, because it was only in ebook form. I was promoting that thing like a cancer cure, and I had my hopes set up so high. And I will be honest, this is the only time I talk about my sales figures. I was expecting to sell 100 plus. In fact, I had my sights set on 200 copies just that first month alone. And I got my report. I'd only sold 20. And I was crestfallen. Because I had put a lot of work into that. I had promoted the hell out of it. And I'd only sold 20 copies. And I'm like, oh my God. Maybe I better go look for a real job now. But I'm like miserable. I'm despondent. I really am when I learn this. And I'm like, what hope do I have to succeed in this business? And I went to Cookie and I said, honey, I just got my sales figures. I sold 20 copies. I only sold 20 copies of Bloodshot. And she hugged me. She goes, oh my God, Brian, that's fantastic. That's great. And then I talked to my friends. And I said, guys, gals, I only sold 20 copies of this book. And this is before I met a lot of you. So I had like my friends who had stuck with me, who did believe in me during the initial phase of my career. And each of one of them said, oh, damn, that's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. And finally, I don't remember if it was Cookie or Mark Leonard, but one of them said, and I said, I can't understand why you people are so happy. That's 1/10 of what I really wanted to get sold. And they said, yeah, but it's 20 more copies than you'd have sold if you hadn't put it out. That's where I found the strength to go on, Kelly. The knowledge, and eventually, it occurred to me that just by publishing, I had done something that a lot of people talk about and they don't do. They talk about, I want to write a book, but, and then they give me their lame ass excuse. I wrote a book anyway. I was looking for a job. I didn't know where my next money was coming from. I was still living off of my severance pay. And I got it done. I got the damn thing done. And I put it out there. I was getting good reviews. The first review I got was from someone I never knew. I've never talked to them since, I don't think. And they said, I can't wait to see what else comes from this guy's, typewriter. And it was selling. It sold consistently, just about every month it was in release. And got to tap into a fandom, made some friends, built this career. And from there, I got to do Santastein, and I've tried to go from strength to strength. So, Kelly, that's where you get it from, Kelly. The fact that you have written something, you finished something, and you edited it, got it edited, and it's and it's going to see print. Do you know how far ahead of most people you are? And you have a community here that supports you. Charles raves about you all the time. I can't wait to read what you've written in Pulp Reality. I look forward to your future work. You're part of a great community here. You really are. And that's where you get the strength. And like I said earlier on the show, you guys don't know how many times you have talked me off a ledge and you didn't know it. And I get messages from people all the time who sample this show and say, I got what I needed. I needed some mojo. You guys gave me an infusion. So Kelly, you have to find your own answers, but there are mine. And I hope that you got something from it. I hope you can take something away that you can use. And if not, DM me and we'll talk privately. I want to see you advance. And hey, Kathy, big hugs to you from Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay, excuse me. And Joe Dog McKeel says, just saw the new Christmas movie for the year, Fat Man. It is best described as Die Hard, starring Santa as John McClane. Oh my gosh. I have so wanted an action film, Christmas film with Santa for years, and I thought I'd have to write it. Oh man, this sounds good. This sounds good, Joe Dog. Thank you. And hey, Joe Dog, glad to hear you've got Mama locked inside now, says Carl Witzman. Yeah. And her nipples are going to get stimulated too, Carl Witzman. There may be movies later. Ka-ching. Brian Robin, thanks for starting the week off amazingly for us, my friend. Once more, thank you for all you do for stewarding this wonderful community of folks so well. Have a great weekend, everyone. BrianRobin.com. Brian, thank you for being a major part of this extravaganza. We're glad you're aboard, and thank you for having us. Seriously. And Mikhail J says, Carl, I posted something like 5 comments, and no one could see them. I had to refresh the page and type it all again. It's been a Monday. Yeah, and I checked earlier, and it looks like, I don't know if I have not set the date right or something. 11:23? No. Tomorrow at noon? I don't think so. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let's see. We could probably fix that. We'll fix it later. Anyway, something happened. But anyway, we're still getting good people showing up. Anyway, do you know I have a second YouTube channel? I am spreading the link here to Rising Tide, folks, because coming in 2021, I am planning something special. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, explosions. Check out Nick Talker. Check out Nicholas Talker. Nick, put that link on the Rising Tide page, would you please? And that link looks exactly like this. I've got a second channel, but I don't know if I'm planning on using it or not. So I kind of set it up, and then the first channel started getting some attention, and then let's concentrate on it. And now we are at 401 subscribers, and we're looking for more. So if you are within the sound of my utterings, please subscribe to my channel. We will make it worth your while. And well, Michaela, maybe you were on last week's show too, says Carl Witzman. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, Eric Hawkins says, just think how many YouTube subscribers you would have if you would have started a couple years ago. Yeah, seriously, Eric, you're right. I kind of let it languish because I didn't see the potential possibilities, and I'm going to reach out to you at one point. You know that we're going to do that comic show together. I've got a couple other people I want to talk to, but I want to do a positive comic book show. I mean, I see so many, and I'm starting to get rid of them. And I'm not talking about the, we are Comicsgate, we are better than anyone. I still see a couple of them because I find them moderately interesting. But there are some. I saw one that this guy has, and I'm not going to say who it was, but he has like 6 figures of subscribers, and he came out, and the first thing he said, it was the first time I'd ever watched him. First thing he said was, well, first of all, he was backlit, and I'm looking at his bedroom or something. I don't want to look at your bedroom. I want, unless you got, Michaela or Sarah there with you or somebody, but, and we're not going to see it on YouTube. We'll probably see it on YouPorn first. But anyway, it was not very well done. And he comes out and with a grin says, well, I've been following, or I remember when the direct sales market system started in the 90s. It started in the 70s, just because, and here's a guy who I'm listening, and he thinks that comics started when he became aware of them. And I'm like, click. you know, and I want to see some a little more expertise in the field, shall we say? And I think it's up to us to provide it, Eric. So we'll be talking. We'll be talking. And Michaela, love life. I was the leftover, says Christian Basil. Yes, he was the cold turkey and gravy between the two slices of love. Anyway. Gospel magician Jake Lindsay says, "Did you hear they're releasing the Peanut special on TV after all?" Yeah, I think the public outcry convinced Apple TV to get off its butt and make some money on it. Working on a link tree too. Is it worth it? Says Douglas Eck. I don't know. It's certainly worth trying. I would say you'd probably get more traction with it than if you didn't do it. So I say, just grab a big handful and throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. That's what I'm thinking. And Demon Nation checks in from YouTube saying Chuck only did 2 lines of hot sauce. Sean, however, ate a 9 million Scoville gummy and a 3 million Scoville chip. Hashtag insanity hurts. Excuse me. I would have thought Sean was smarter than that. I kind of tap out in the high 6 figures for my favorite sauces. I've got one that's on the hot one scale. It's a 6 out of 10. And it has great flavor. And if I were to take a teaspoon of that stuff, I'd probably be in the ER because I have a place on my stomach lining where I used to have an ulcer, and it still flares up every now and then. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, Chuck was stupid and Sean was insane. That'll be good watching. I'll check that out later. And ooh, says Michaela Jade, while I'm cooking on Thanksgiving, I can broadcast your show to the living room and watch from the kitchen. Brian on 76 inches. That's the first time 76 inches has been said in relation to me, Michaela. But I'm proud to have it. I promise I will measure up to your expectations. And Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay says, I got a new show. Excuse me. Says I'm hooked on. It's called When Calls the Heart. It's on the Hallmark Channel. Well, glad you enjoy it. I don't watch the Hallmark Channel. I don't watch much TV at all, but I'm hoping to catch up on some this weekend. And good mornings from Cindy Kep. Mwah! Cindy Kep, our grand Imperial Inquisitor in the Dark Church of the Rising Tide. Anyway, and a mainstay of Clever Title Pending, which tomorrow night we're going to have Randy Zimmerman. I do hope you all show up, please. It's going to be a fun show. Randy's amazing. And so is Cindy Kep. Go to CKOEPP.com and check out her work. She is an amazing author. And sign up for her newsletter because it's even better. It's so much fun. Love it. Nick Tucker says, Red's Hot Sauce made a delightful powdered version that takes mac and cheese to the next level. Do you know who else is on the next level? The delightful Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com. She's got her own hot sauce, and you can read it in books like Animal Eye and her amazing library of books. Please go to Cindy Kep's author page on Amazon and be amazed. Also, check out these awesome people. Why, that's me, Cindy Kep. Thank you, Cindy Kep. You're the best. You really are. And I am on Smashwords, and I'm also on Amazon. Please check out my work. We have all kinds of good stuff. A lot of positive stuff. If you like strong female characters and wacky plotting, I am your guy. And we're working on a brand new book now that I'm really excited about. And we got some good stuff coming out in 2021 that really, I think you're going to want to own some of it. Anyway, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. And Adrian Johnson, glad to have you here as always. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Hope your morning's going well. And Douglas, that cover is awesome, says Michaela J. That was a knockout. That really was, Douglas. Good choice of covers. And here on Amazon, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockard. Check it out what Cindy Kep has there, CKOEPP.com while you're at it. And Grant Lankard, sorry I'm late. Very busy. Just checking in to say hi to my man, Brian. Grant, glad to have you here, brother. Hope your morning's going well. Be sure to put up a link to your amazing stuff, if you would, please. And there we go at CKOEPP Amazon. Check out that bit.ly address. Also check out Bear Publications, Condemned Courier, Animal Eye, all kinds of good stuff from the mind of Cindy Kep, who we love. And Sarah, have you thought of interviewing Chuck Pinot for some future Clever Title Pending, Brian? I thoroughly enjoyed Ted's interview of him. Just a thought. Yeah, he's on my short list. The thing is, right now, he's crazy busy. And I will say that, Clever Title Pending is a good forum for people who have Kickstarters going and stuff. But, and I love Chuck to death. I really do. He's a good guy. I will reach out to him sometime in the new year But we're booked till the end of the year. So I'm going to give it a couple weeks, and we're going to start booking for the new year. So, and we've got a whole bunch of people, and I get requests all the time. Hey, I've got this Kickstarter going. Have me on can you dump who you've got and put me on the show? Or could you have me co-star with them? And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm not interested in what people have to sell. Clever Tile Pending is more about what people have to say. And that's why Randy Zimmerman, everyone who is thinking about doing comics in any capacity, bring your pen and paper, bring your questions, everyone, because I know that you come up with some great questions and stuff you need to know. So, and what he knows can also apply to books too. So, anyway, Cindy Cap Turkey Day is going to be very low key, which works for me. I'm all about the low key Thanksgiving. I've had some big get-togethers. I'm like, can we find an errand to run, Cookie? Not with my family, not with my new family, my in-laws, but my old family, the one I don't get along with. I'm just as happy to be apart from them. But anyway, don't forget to tip your host. She says, yes, check out the crawl. Please check out if you like the look and what the show looks like and what it sounds like. Please check out what we do. And please consider giving us a tip. All money goes towards the look of our books and publications and this show. And I've decided that once we reach a certain level in our Patreon page, go to Brian K. Morris, one word, all lowercase, on patreon.com. We have many interesting levels, and we've got some really cool people who are supporting this show. We are proud to say, like these wonderful people. Thank you all very much. And you'll get your name mentioned in our stuff from here on in, as long as you're an active member. $1 a month will get you something really cool. $5 will get you a lot, actually. So please consider supporting us on Patreon. We appreciate you very much. Really, we love you, Cindy. And Rick Radley, oh yes, they call him the Streak. He always turns the other cheek. And if you guys are up for it, I'll do a private magic show for you guys at NonCon, says Gospel Jake. Yeah, take him up on this. He did some really great close-up magic. I loved it. Good work, man. And what did you think of my light display I sent you pics of? That was beautiful, Jake. That was so cool. Very cool. Love the light works. It really did. And Grant Lankert says, please visit my website at monarchpublishing.net. Click the free comic button and fill out that form. You'll get a free comic book. There's no reason not to do it since it's free, right? And if you don't do it, somewhere an angel loses his wings. You don't want that on your conscience. Carl Westman says, it was good to see Brian Rodman in the green room, and he didn't run away. Props to him. Probably transfixed with terror is my guess, and couldn't run if he tried. And happy dating anniversary. Meredith Walgren, thank you. Yeah. Our first date was over, was about this time. I think it was the 23rd. I'd have to look. It was whatever the Friday after Thanksgiving was in 1990. But it changed my life for the better, I gotta say. Nick Tucker says, writers, creators, St. Nick's Creators Christmas Mall is a group. Excuse me. Writers, creators, St. Nick's Creators Christmas Mall is a group on Facebook designed to be a storefront for independent creators, artists, and authors to sell their wares, and so folks can shop small to help offset this pandemic problem. Beautiful idea, Nick. I am going to get there as soon as I can, hopefully today. And it's a beautiful idea, Nick. You are the bomb, man. You are great. And Cindy Kep, who is bomb delicious, says Nano is looking increasingly not doable. You and me both. I draft my pen and paper to reduce OW, and I can't write fast enough to catch up. But I've drafted 4 short stories and a 15-episode serial. So yay, Cindy, you've won. I'm declaring you the winner right now. Yeah, I'm not going to make 50,000 either, but I'm also up to chapter 17. I think it's going to be about 25 chapters of the new book, and I'll have stuff to put on Patreon for quite some time, and we'll get that edited and out the door along with Doc Saga and other great things. Can't wait to get all that out. I'm just jammed up with work. December, I'm probably going to concentrate on Doc Saga, I think, because you guys sent me stuff, and I don't want to be like that publisher that sits on it forever. Anyway, Sarah says, major props to Brian Rodman, Dark Pope. It was awesome to see him in there. I enjoyed having him there the brief time I was there. And Joe D. McPhee, congratulations on 400 subscribers. Thank you, Joe. I have no idea where they all came from. I mean, I expected a few from a couple of appearances I made a couple of weekends ago, but to see the outpouring of people who have latched onto the channel, we appreciate you all. We appreciate that you're here. We love your ongoing support, and we hope we give you plenty to entertain you on the Rising Tide Publications channel. And now we're going for 500. 99 more people. So everyone, tell your friends, please. And I got my official Dark Church title in the green room last Friday night, as well as, which is Minister of Silly Masks, says Bill Sarden. Good choice. I was wearing one of those masks which magically turned into the controversial character Boogie Oogie Oogie. Well, get down, Boogie Oogie Oogie. Get down. Anyway, I remember seeing that and I'm thinking, oh, that's questionable, even by my standards. But yeah, it's good to see you walking on the off the rails like the rest of us. Charles F. Millhouse says, learn about all things Hawkland, Timeline, Bio, Adventures, buy a book or three. You can find it all on choosetheadventure.net. Yes, I love Captain Hawkland. What a great character. So much fun. And I keep coming up with story ideas for him. Anyway, Cindy Cap says, I have dragons, Martians, and burbs that need new homes. Contact Cindy for info. She's not only an amazing author, she's good with her hands. Shut up, Christian. And you can see her handiwork. Go to ckoepp.com. Check out her dragons. She is awesome. And Sarah, I look forward to Clever Tile Pending tomorrow evening. Randy Zim is great and very educated. Join in on watching and learning a lot. Seriously, I'll be here with a pad and paper too, taking notes as fast as I can. Patreon, says Cindy Kep, is a great place to connect with your favorite artistic sorts, including Brian K. Morris, S.L. Rowland, Stephen Landry, Bobby Nash, Frozen Creek Studios, John B. Pica's League of Impossibilists, the Historical Fencing Guild from Nick Tockard, and other cool folks. Definitely. You'll want to check those out. Patreon's a great place to get some more one-on-one with your favorite creative people. I mean, if you send me a note I check Patreon every day. To see if anyone's left me any messages, and I reply to everything. So if you want to get my ear, $1 a month will get you the fast track there. Also, please sign up for my newsletter. Go to risingtide.pub and sign up for it there. The next issue will be out December 1st. Gotta run, says Joe Dog McKeel. Stay tuned for the Facebook page for a reason. Joe Dog, glad to have you here. Don't forget, Stupid O'Clock is there going to be a Thanksgiving edition of Stupid O'Clock? But anyway, check it out. Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays at 11 p.m. It's a great after-hours convention discussion. Very well-educated people. I love that panel of yours. I love listening, even if I don't participate sometimes. But great show. That's Stupid O'Clock, and check out their page on Facebook and on YouTube. And have a good Joe Dog. I agree with Sarah. Have a great one, my friend. And Cindy Kep says, a number of my pals have lost a lot with Amazon's audiobook Kerfluffle, and the Zon is messing with one of my books right now too. Oh no. That's why one of the things I'm doing this week, especially as I'm nearing completion of my first audiobook, I'm going to look for other platforms. I know Smashwords can do audiobooks, and I'm definitely going to put the book up on there. It'll be just a download. You won't be able to get a physical copy, but man, I'm also looking at Draft to Digital. I think they work with that too. But yeah, Amazon is disappointing me more and more every day. The way it treats authors, they want us to use them as a resource, and then they make it more difficult. And they wonder why Ingram Spark is getting so many people. But they do. But anyway, they're still the biggest retailer in the world, even bigger than Walmart. Cindy says, well, I'm out of break. Catch up with you all later. I'm, in the meantime, sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. It'll be a blast. Let me get that up there for you. Rising Tide, there is a bit.ly address, bit.ly/Rising Tide without the vowels, 01. All right, that makes it easy to remember. And please sign up for that. Thank you, Cindy Cap. Mwah. Hope you have a great day, hon. Thank you for being here. And please go to CKOEPP.com. Can't do it without the PPs. Just ask Christian. He can't. Anyway, sign up for her newsletter. It should be coming out next week, and it is a blast. It is a great positive reading. It will make you feel good to read it. It really will. Sarah says, you were Knight Sir Uber driver of the Dark Church of the Rising Tide. That's right. And I am he who does not have a title. Gospel magician Jake Lindsay says, what did the lion do to the elephant? He wrapped him up and cellophant. Cellophant. Okay. I love it. I love it. Carl Wisman will do Joe Dog Grandpa. He's going to the dogs. Will Schuyler, I may have to join you folks on Thursday with a meal of sweet and sour meatballs and homemade stuffing. Ooh. You're making my tummy growl, Willow. Oh, you delight me. Anyway, Willow's Pillow Talk. Check it out on YouTube and on Facebook. Great show, but man, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm all for a non-traditional holiday. You know, I love turkey, but I also love getting into the kitchen and getting creative, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Carlene, haven't been responding to any of my comments, sent my way. Eyes are still dilated and hard to read. Oh my gosh. I hate getting my eyes dilated. I got them dilated about 2 years ago for an eye test. And they gave me those little, I don't normally wear sunglasses, but they gave me those little shades to put behind your regular glasses. And I stepped outside and it still looked like somebody had taken one of those flashlights from the X-Files. Remember those things that could like burn through a wall? And like somebody had taken it and was shining it, one in each eye. I was totally blind. I could not have driven home to save my life or to take anyone else's, which is probably what would have happened. And you know, that's why they always say when you get your eye test, bring someone with you. But the eye tests are useful because that's how we found Cookie's glaucoma, and she's doing well now because of that eye exam, and I'm going to be getting mine in 2021, so we'll see what happens with me. I might just make that my first episode of my cooking show, The Cluttered Kitchen, says Willow Schuyler. Darling, you make that video. I will sure as hell watch and help you promote it, all right? Anyway, very cool, very cool. I'm looking forward to that, Willow. It's beautiful, and so are you. And Carl Westman says, I probably sold about 300 or more copies of Shape Up Your Memory book, but that's over a 40-year period. Well, at least you got 300 books out the door, man. You know, how many people, don't sell even that many? How many people just don't even get to put their feet in the starting gate there? I mean, you've accomplished something, Ted. You really have. And I'm proud of you, man. But I haven't promoted in the last 20 years. Well, even, 300 copies with no promotion, that's not horrible, dude. Maybe if you actually put some effort behind it, you might get as many people buying that book as I've got on my YouTube page. Be sure to like his Magi Jake Lindsay's Facebook page too. He's a great magician, great guy. Also, have a blessed day, friends. Love you all so much. Magi Jake, Gospel Magician Jake Lindsay, we love you too, man. You have a fantastic day. And you take care of yourself. And if you need anything, you let us know. All right. That's what the Nevermorians are for. Have a good day, Jake. Big hugs. Definitely. And Joe D. McPhee says, Randy Zimmerman has a wealth of knowledge in comics. It's worth the time to get an education from him if you have questions. Definitely bring your questions, people. You'll never get a better source of information than Randy Zimmerman. He is fantastic. And Teresa Dunn's got to run. Talk to you later. Mwah, you bet, Teresa. You take care of yourself. And Carlene says, last Friday's green room should have been called the blue room. Yeah, it's a good thing my hard drive went out. Otherwise, I'd have contributed greatly with my Julie Newmart story. And got to go and get some work done. Love you guys. Meredith Walker. Mwah. Thank you for everything you do for me, for this community, for the program. Thank you for being you, darling. Talk to you soon, I hope. And love you, Meredith, says Sarah. So do I. And Philip Thompson, Brian, how do you grow your email list the way you're doing it, man? Just ask people to be on it. And if people want to be on it, they'll sign up. If they don't, you move on. It's that simple. But just keep asking, okay? And Doc Saga, says Charles F. Milhouse, yeah, it's going to happen. And Jen Thompson says the party is here. Jen Thompson is the party. Mwah, of Neil Leaf Press. We love you, Jen. Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. And Jen gave me the germ of an idea that we are working on that could help some independent creators. And Rick Bradley, who's going to be in that book, says, I can't wait for Doc Saga. Me either. I realize what a slow editor I am. I may have to appoint someone to package the books for me. But love you, Sarah. Christian, we love Sarah too, and we love you, Christian. We do. Eric Hawkins, Cthulhu Invades Oz is funded with 35 hours to go. This book is going to be fun and is complete. Very cool. Very cool. I gotta get in on it. I really do. And love you, Michaela. We all love you, Michaela. And love you, Meredith, says Christian Basil. And love you all. And Christian, for all the teasing you take, brother, we love you. You know we love you. We really do. You're the best. And Doc Saga is going to be incredible. Charles, it's because you got a story in there. So does Rick and Clyde and a whole bunch of really good people. Cindy's got one in there. It's a Nevermorian buffet in there. And love you too, Christian. And Christian says, pleasure to stuff you later. And she'll return the favor, Christian. And anyway, hashtag hook Bing Chrome. Thank you. Bing Chrome, didn't he sing with David Bowie one year? Anyway, Demon Nation have to leave as well, but thank you for entertaining me in here today. Remember, one pebble in a pond creates a ripple. More pebbles and rocks in a pond equals waves of change. Demon Nation, Demon Phil Locklear, thank you for being here, brother. You made my heart leap when you show up here. Pleasure to have you here. Check out the Demon Nation sensation. Check out that channel on YouTube and check out the work of Phil Locklear. He is an amazing voice in this community, and we're so proud to be allied with him. Anyway, he's a great guy. Thank you, Phil, for being here. You made my morning, brother. Carlene, Brian, he sold those books to folks who took his memory class, but I guess it all counts. Yeah, well, if you got a captive audience, I say go with it. And there we go. Jen Thompson has a page for the Indie Author Book Expo 515, and it's a great organization. She's going to be doing shows this spring. I gotta get some money into you, hon, because I want to be a part of them too. Sarah says, have a good one. Phil, great to chat a bit. It was so good to have you here, Phil Locklear. Everyone have a productive day, says Charles F. Millhouse. Go forth, create, and change the world. Brian, I'd like to pick your brain about Patreon if you have time later. Charles, I always got time. Start the dialogue, my friend. We'll talk. And I'm IAB, not Neil Leaf. Well, why did I think you were Neil Leaf? Why have you not corrected me before now? Jen, I guess you'll have to spank me. I've been a bad boy. This could take hours. Anyway, Jen, yes, I know you're Indie Author Book Expo. I thought you were Neil Leaf as well. Anyway, and now she mocks me with her laughter after I've declared my love for her so openly. But anyway, with that, we hit the 2-hour mark. We have hit the 2-hour mark. And so this is a good time to remind everybody what we've got going on this week. Thank you all, first of all, for being here, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or live or on the reruns. Know that you are loved and that we do appreciate you. We really do. And Jen explains, because Cassie and I do a lot. Yes, you do. See? So it's natural. I just go ahead and take credit for it. And Carl Witzman says, good show. Thank you. Thank you, Carl, and thank you for being a part of it. However briefly, both you and Donna, Carleen, and we are going to get together, man. We are going to get together soon. And you know, once my computer's back from the shop, hopefully by Tuesday. And Rick Bradley, everyone take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, you do the same, brother. Hope you have a great one. And please, this is where we're going to do the programming notes. We'll save most of the comments for after the show, the closing card. Tomorrow night, Randy Zim himself of IndieVolt.com, also Arrow Comics, Caliber, a whole bunch of really great independent comics over the decades. This man writes, draws, letters, and does everything but Windows. He doesn't use that operating system. He's still on DOS. I don't know why. Anyway, seriously, Randy is an incredible creator and a great voice in the creative community for comics. And we're going to have him tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending. We hope that you will bring your questions. We'll bring your love to the guy. He is a fantastic author, and please, of comic books as well as a incredible artist. Please don't forget, check him out on indievolt.com, where he is frequently a co-host and also the co-host of the Monday morning coffee show at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Central. And on Sundays, he does great Sundays Funnies show that I've been on a couple times. Loved it. I just wish I'd quit oversleeping, and I miss it when it's live because I want to come back. Anyway, it's a great show. He's a great guy. I'm looking forward to having him tomorrow night, and we hope you will show up with your questions. We're really looking forward to it. Now, Wednesday, I will not be having a Nevermind the Furthermore. I have an appointment late morning, but it's an hour away. So we will not be on Wednesday morning. However, we will have our annual Thursday show, our Thanksgiving program, and we hope you will attend. We would be grateful if you did. And we're going to have at least 60 minutes. It may be a shorter show because I know we'll get fewer people on, and that's fine. But we want to be the alternative to your relatives. People are driving you nuts. Well, let us drive you nuts, but in that good way on Thursday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. Then Friday, we'll return to our normal schedule at 10 a.m. Friday morning with a regular Nevermind the Furthermore. And that's all I think I've got for now. We're looking at a 4-day weekend. Hope you get some extended time too. And we hope you have a great day. We thank you all for being here, as always. And thank you to everyone who has pushed us over 400 subscribers on YouTube. We are so very grateful, and we promise to make it worth your while. And to everyone who has signed up, and you're better than most of my family. Vice versa, Jen. I mean, I don't speak to my blood family at all. I love my in-laws. I love them desperately. But I don't speak to my blood family. They don't speak to me, and they've made it clear they don't miss me. So anyway, it's working out so far. But anyway, Jen, you're part of my family too. So, and I love you so much, and so grateful for all you do for me and for everyone else. So anyway, anyway, Christian Basil, we'll let him dictate the tone of the show. There's a turkey party in my pants, he says, and he's gobbling. Oh, Goblin Girl. Christian Basil, look up the song by Frank Zappa, Goblin Girl. I think you would like it. She's a Goblin Girl because not only does she dress in black and every day is Halloween, but she's a goblin. Yes, she is. And anyway, have you seen a grown man naked? It's Christian Basil. No, but I think I'm about to. And hashtag catfish thing under the sheets. Brace yourself, everyone. And Jen Thompson, love you, Uncle Fez. Love you, darling. Mwah, so much, Jen. Glad you're getting through this time. I know it's not easy. It's hard. And then Christian died. But anyway, thank you all again for being here. Love you, Jen. Love you all. Seriously do. You make this show great. You make this what it is, and our growth is because of you guys. We do appreciate what you have done for me, and we promise in the new year to amp up our efforts and see what we can't do to bring some people with us. So anyway, thank you all for listening to me. Don't forget, as always, this episode has been brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it does matter to your readers. So check out Plasma Fire Graphics. They do big 5 publisher level work at an indie creator's price. So check out Jeffrey Hayes and plasmafiregraphics.com. Also their page on Facebook, when the look of your book matters to you. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow night with Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central with the great Randy Zimmerman. Looking forward to that so much. Be sure to check out our website, risingtide.pub. You can sign up for our free monthly newsletter. Should be coming out December 5th. We're going to have a big announcement in that issue that we're really excited about. And I'm not saying that you may have seen some teasers for it. But anyway, some good stuff coming up, and we hope you're as excited about it as I am. But you'll find out if you subscribe to the newsletter. It's absolutely free, and we have secret links, we have inspirational quotes, we have occasional guest editorials, and a special video that only subscribers to the newsletter will see. So please sign up today at risingtide.pub, or if you have Facebook Messenger, send me your email address and I'll make sure you get onto the list. Okay. The next the next issue will go out December 1st at 5 p.m. and we'll work on it next week so we're up to date. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, don't forget, we also provide motivation, education, and inspiration with every issue. We hope you like it. We think you will. And if you're watching us on Facebook, on the Indie Vent, or on the Rising Tide Publications page, please, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like if you would. We would appreciate it, or a love, or what have you. Or and also, please, if you haven't already, please give the page you're watching it on a like, because that way we all rise together. And if you're watching on YouTube, now 401 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. If you like this show, the sound and picture quality is a little bit better on there. So please give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And also please subscribe. It takes just a couple of seconds. It doesn't cost anything. And you'll be notified. You can ring that bell and be notified of any and all new things that we do, whether it's Nevermind the Furthermore or Clever Title Pending or some of the new content we plan on doing soon. So anyway, please check it out. All right. And please subscribe. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. And so I guess that's it for right now. So let's get the next stuff in position here and close that banner out. Yes, this is why I need a producer. So anyway, thank you all for being here, and thank you to Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode. If you want to sponsor an episode of Nevermind the Furthermore or Clever Title Pending, please contact me on Facebook or on YouTube or at briankevinmorris@gmail.com. And I'll send you my rate card, okay? Anyway, have a fantastic day, one and all. Appreciate you all being here. And again, we won't see you Wednesday. We're taking that morning off, but we'll see you Thursday morning for a special episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Hope you have a great hump day. Hope you have a great Monday. That's even better. We'll see you tomorrow on Clever Title Pending. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome, because that's just what you are, each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore for November 23rd, 2020. Have an excellent rest of the day.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today. Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Ooh, that made my nibbies hard.